When I tell you life has been kicking me in my ass, it's been kicking me in my ass, okay? Let me tell you, it's not been easy. You know, when you go through mental health, here's me. I mean, it's something that I've been through, but let me tell you something, like, it's actually okay to go through it. I feel like it's taught me a lot. Like, you know, when you go through a breakup, which I am going through, I thought, you know what, like, it's actually okay, it's gonna be fine. Like, let me push everything at the back of my head. So that's what I did. I pushed everything back, like deep in my head, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, I'm fucking it. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm thugging it. Like, you know, fuck that nigga. Like, I'm fine. I'm fucking it. And then gradually, I started to push things forward because I was like, you know what? Actually, wait. Like, I'm actually not okay, and it's not okay to push things at the back of your head. You know, because I feel like I really let myself, like, what's a good word? Implode, explode, implode, whatever you want to say. Like, it hit me like a ton of bricks, and I've never felt like this in life, and God knows I haven't. You know, just because I just wanted to, like, get on with it. You know, like, you know, when you lock it off with someone or you end a friendship, it's like I don't actually want to sit in my emotions. I just decided to just keep going to work and keep picking myself up. You know, what's the worst that can happen? Little did I know, I kept on having mental breakdowns. I kept on crying. I just had a really bad mental, like, what's a good word? Like, I had a really bad mental state. I kept on thinking negatively. Like, I'm not saying that I was saying things like I didn't want to be here. No, but like, it was kicking me in the ass. Like, I was going to parties, no sort of fulfillment in parties. I wasn't really drinking. I would say no to drinking. Um, no smoking. I still do it here and there, but not as much as I used to before. So I'm really proud of that. Like, I don't lean onto smoking to kind of quote unquote numb the pain away. I'm really proud of myself, 100%. Um, I guess going through this taught me a lot in terms of, like, it's actually okay to go through the things that you're going through because you never know who else is going through it too. Like, you know, and there is going to be people there that actually care about you. That's what it's taught me as well. I have lost some people along the way, and you know what? I don't even feel nothing. And I feel like I've become a different person. For the better, of course. Like, it's like I don't recognize this individual. I don't know this person because I've never been this person before. In reality, I think it's a little bit sad when you've allowed so many people in your life to kind of tear you apart, you know, question your character, even question your loyalty, friendship, whatever, like, never actually take you in as a human being. I guess along the lines, I eventually broke down. Like, you know, when you're like, okay, that friendship doesn't work out, like, I'll brush it over, like, it's whatever. I still kept a smile on my face. But gradually, like, that smile depleted. I started to become miserable. And I think it just hit me. And I was like, you know what? Like, I actually don't deserve this type of treatment. You start to look at yourself and you start to blame yourself and be like, why do I keep allowing these things to happen? Why do I keep allowing these people to come into my life and make me feel like this, or make me feel like shit, or not understand how I feel as a person? Like, don't you ever sit down with yourself and be like, I need to change, or what I did that day or how I treated that person then wasn't okay, and I'm actually getting tired of encountering people that lack accountability. Like, we're 24 years old, there's people older, maybe people younger. You'd think that accountability would be the first thing that comes to mind when they've, you know, hurt someone or whatever the case is. Like, accountability is the first thing I think of when someone comes to me and they're like, hey, look, like, you've hurt my feelings or you've done this to me, you know, let's talk about it, let's come to some sort of compromisation. It's crazy how so many people lack self awareness or lack emotional intelligence. Like, you never know when you've hurt someone, like, you're not studying them enough. And unfortunately, in my case, in my relationship, that just wasn't the thing. Like, I felt like that person wasn't actually watching me or studying me. I felt like I poured so much into that person that it damaged my I guess, my past self. It damaged that person. And now I guess I was in a cocoon. Crack, I'm a new butterfly. Like, I'm a butterfly with, I want to say, darker wings, like a darker color. It's not bright anymore. In a sense of, this new version of myself is more like, if you don't align with my morals and values, I'm letting you go. Like, if you're not making sense, or if you're distasteful, you're disrespectful, you come for my character, I'm letting you go. And I feel like in life, that is not a bad thing. You must put yourself first. I was watching a sermon, and the pastor or the preacher was saying, like, you actually need to be very mindful of who you surround yourself with, because that can determine how your future is going to look like in a couple of years. And that resonated with me, because for a long time I've been saying, like, even a rich man said the same thing, like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future, type of things. Like, you become your peers, and that's one thing. And I never followed people. If I know someone's not making sense, like, you have to let go. I guess I've grown a bit of resentment for the people that have, played a part in me changing. But thank you for playing a part in me changing, because I'm fucking with this version of myself. Like, I know this is a different version of myself, because one, you just can't fuck with me now. Like, you can't fuck with me now. And I mean it. Like, you cannot fuck with me. And I feel like it's crazy that I've gotten to the point where I've let things run. People talk to me anyhow, and I still unconditionally loved you, to the point where it killed me inside, and now I've become this person. I like this person because she's bad in it. Like, she is bad, and I feel like slowly my confidence is coming back. Like, it's coming back, and I'm gonna be bigger and better than what I was before, and that's because of the way people treated me. And I feel like in life, when they show you the first time, they will show you a second time, they will show you a third time, they will show you a fourth time. When they show you the first time, take it the first time. You know the saying, once a cheater, always a cheater. And me personally, I think when a person cheats, they will never change. Like, it's true. When a person is a compulsive liar, they are never going to change, because that's just indoctrinated in them. They're like, that's their DNA. That's them, And if they don't take accountability, or if they don't see where they've gone wrong, leave them there. No point explaining yourself. You can't explain yourself to someone that their ears are blocked and they're choosing not to hear you. Keyword, choosing not to hear you. Those people that say, I've taken your advice, but I'm choosing not to hear you, you leave them there, because they serve you no purpose no more. I've learned that you cannot kill yourself for the sake of friendship, for the sake of relationship, for the sake of work, for the sake of family. When they show you their true colours, take them as they are there. Because, wow, they were wearing a mask this whole time. The one time they may buck up on a rock, boom, mask is off. That is them. That is them. Human beings are very calculated. Human beings, they know how to play the game well. Human beings can be very selfish, and they just think about themselves. Okay? So in life, people come and go. It's actually okay if people choose to leave your life. Like, it's whatever. And that is what I learned. People were fucking with me. They were fucking with me. And I let them get to me. And I just had to tell myself, now, I'm letting you know, like, you can't fuck with me no more. If you've said something to me and you know that it's fucked up what you said, or if you've done something to me and you know it's fucked up what you've done, I want that to sit with you until thy kingdom come. I'm not even trying to be horrible, because I feel like in life, hold people accountable when they've done something to you. The fact that I've become a different a different person, I must hold those people accountable. You guys made me this way. Do I regret it? No, in life you should never have regrets. But I guess it's just a life lesson. Like, people can really do you dirty. And they never think their actions are wrong. They think, like, there's people that walk around on earth and they actually think the way they talk to people, the way they act, like no one's gonna correct them or G-check them or whatever. Like, they think they're so untouchable. Just because I haven't put hands on you doesn't mean someone else won't. I guess I'm trying to be a bigger and better person because, violence doesn't do anything, but my silence does more. Like, I've just learned I'm not going to keep on saying the same thing, doing the same thing, knowing that it's going to hurt me. Why do I keep going back to that? Why? So if you want to move forward in life, if you want to, on your healing journey, you have to sit down with yourself, look at your surroundings, and tell yourself, are you satisfied with what is around you? If not, what can you do to change it? If you don't know how to change it, that is okay. Life is never going to be a straight forward road. Like, it's always going to be narrow. Like, you're always going to bump into things. You're going to meet people that will stay in your life and people that will leave your life. You're always going to meet, do you see what I mean? Like, different life experience. Take them as they come. Even with people, there's a lot of people in life that say they're going to stay, say it's going to be forever, and it's never going to be forever. Unless you pray about it to God, God will make it forever. But if God shows you an image that first time that it's not going to work, take that image first hand, run with it. If you choose to ignore the signs from God, that's on your own. And God will show you. He will teach you a lesson and you'll look back and be like, damn, please Lord forgive me because I should have saw that sign. I just chose to be dumb. For the sake of love, for the sake of friendship, you now kill yourself inside. You kill your dignity, you kill your self-respect, you kill your morals and values for the sake of keeping an image or making that person happy, or I want to be loved, I don't want to be by myself. Like, never do that to yourself, honestly. Like, you should never do that to yourself. I'll be damned if I ever do that to myself again. Life lesson. Don't let no one take you for a fool. Like, do not let them take you for a fool. Like, you can forgive but never forget. Like, you can forgive and move on. Just because you forgave them doesn't mean you now have to keep them in your life. I truly believe that not a lot of people can change. And it's true. Not a lot of people can change. And they will always be the same if they don't see it within themselves. You can tell them to change. That's you telling them. But will they actually do it is the important part. Some people just don't do it. They'll do it for a moment, like a honeymoon phase. They'll go through like a honeymoon phase. One thing, they're back to being themselves. Please. It's like the Joker, like, come on. Do you know how many roles he plays? Like, he 1 minute he can be a nurse, 1 minute he can be a teacher. Boom. He's back to being the Joker. He was always the Joker. He just knows how to play those roles well. Like a manipulator, like a narcissist. They know how to play their role well. Until the time comes, then they will take their mask off and you'll see them for who they actually are. So please take my advice, take my words. Like, make sure that you pick yourself. Your happiness comes first. That is the important thing. Your happiness comes first. If you don't want to listen to me, that is fine. We only have one life. God put us here to procreate and do what we need to do to be a good soldier by him. Like, seriously. Be a nice person. Be truthful. Be apologetically yourself. Be, like I said, be a kind person as well. Like, you never know who will bless you. I always have that in my head. Like, when I see a homeless person, I can't stop. Sometimes I do. I'm not a perfect person. But when I can, do you need anything? Water, I'll give you water. Because you know what I always say to myself? God will always repay me for what I do for others. Even if someone's like, what are you doing? Like, you're too nice to him. Listen, God will repay me for all the things that I do. It's not within my character to be a horrible person. But if you try me and try me and try me, you don't want that version of me. I don't want to bring out that version of me, but just know, like, it will get ugly. I'm just letting you know, like, it will get ugly. So don't even. So, yeah, like, I just wanted to spread some, I'm doing me. It's 2025. You got to do you. Live life how you want to live life. Do not let no one tell you what you're doing is wrong or do it this way. Like, don't be listening to none of these TikToks talking about if you want to be a millionaire, do it this way. Do it how you want to do it. Trial and error in life. Just because that person's a millionaire at 25 doesn't mean you won't be a millionaire at 50. It's never too late to start. So start now. Or if you're not ready, take time and start when you're ready. Don't just start because you saw someone else make it. All those above, like, never compare yourself. Comparison's a thief of joy. So do you. And keep on doing you. If you want to hear more of this, tune into the podcast. I'll be spitting some real shit. Like, tune into the podcast, okay, guys? Tune in. Period.